This lesson uses interactive games and activities to help your pupils explore the complex subject of how information online is targeted. The targeted information resource used in the first activity can be projected, or you can print copies or share it on a platform like Google Classroom. Hook the Reader will also require some preparation. Take a look through this resource and think about your pairings and the handouts that you'll need to prepare for this activity. The content cards resource will need to be printed and copied. Also think about how this will work in your classroom. And remember to check the core knowledge and skills section of the lesson plan. The starter will give pupils a simple introduction to targeted information and content. Explain that websites, including social media, track users' activity to show content that will be most interesting. Next, introduce your children to the 3 character profiles. They'll start to think about what kinds of information each of those characters are likely to see when they're browsing the internet. Take some time to discuss each of the characters, as they'll be used again in the first main learning activity. All of these interactive exercises will help your pupils to understand how online information is targeted, as well as the effect that this can have. The first activity builds on the starter. Share the example headlines and invite children to rank each of the stories based on how likely they will be to appear in each of the characters' news feeds. If ranking is too challenging, just ask your children to pick 1 or 2 stories that might appeal to each of the characters. The second activity is our Hook the Reader game. Pupils will play as either an internet user, player 1, or an online algorithm, player 2. Player 1 thinks of something that interests them, while the other player tries to hook them in with keywords. Through playing this game, pupils should recognise that as the algorithm learns more, it gets better at predicting what the user will like. Prompt your pupils to reflect on how they played the game. What helped them guess what player 1 would like? Were they quicker or more accurate the longer they played? And crucially, what could be the consequences of only getting information on the same subjects from the same sources? The final activity is called Content Cards. It demonstrates how filter bubbles work, and it will prompt your pupils to think about how people's thoughts, feelings, and actions are affected by only seeing similar content online. Assign pupils to a group. They then get out of their seats to collect as many cards as possible. Keep this part of the activity fast-paced so that there's enough time to discuss the experience using the lesson plan questions. In the plenary, pupils think about and record some practical tips for navigating the information they see online. These can be kept on display and referred back to in following lessons. In the next lesson, pupils will look at the difference between fact and opinion and how these might be presented.